Good morning, Nova. I'm your host, Connor Jones, with co-host Michael Choi, and this is APUSH News! Good morning, Nova. To start the day off, we talk about the Teapot Dome scandal that happened in 1923. Take it away, Michael.
Thanks, Connor. Under Warren G. Harding's presidency, Senator Interior Albert B. Fall accepted bribes from petroleum executives and stored their oil in two locations in California and Teapot, Wyoming. After investigation by Senator Thomas J. Walsh, Fall pleaded guilty to the bribes. It is truly a blow to the reputation of the Harding presidency.
This was significant because the reputation of the Harding administration was already damaged by its poor handling of the Great Railroad Strike of 1922.
We'll be back after this short commercial break by our sponsors, Ford. Go further.
5-star class, the most affordable car in American history, and one happy customer. Get your Model T today.
Wow, that commercial really made me want to buy a Model T.
I heard a lot of city dwellers are moving to the suburbs because of easy transportation now.
I also heard that many families now have a lot more time to do leisure activities because of this quicker transportation.
That's great, Connor. What a great invention.
And now we send it over to Josh with sports.
Thank you, Connor. In 1919, the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees. This turned out to be one of the worst decisions Boston's ever made. Within a span of 10 years, Babe Ruth has led the Yankees to 3 World Series titles. And on January 1st, 1927, he led the league in home runs with 60 and broke all previous records. Now back to you, Connor.
Thank you, Josh. Babe Ruth is actually my favorite player. But in other news in business and finance, in 1922, Congress comprehensively passed the Fordney-McCumber tariff law. This boosted the tariff from 27% in Wilson's era to 38.5%. This was almost as high as the Taft-Payne-Aldrich tariff law in 1909. Duties on farm produce, and the principle was proclaimed that general rates were designed to equalize American and foreign production.
Speaking of tariffs, during Harding and Coolidge's presidency, they had sympathy for large industries and were friendly to tariff increases and reductions. And over the 6 years, they authorized over 32 upward changes to such commodities as dairy products, chemicals, and pig iron. This led to a chain reaction to the European economy, and many couldn't afford the high tariffs in America, and it ended in chaos. Now let's go to Josh for some fashion news.
Thanks, Michael. Young women known as flappers revolutionized American fashion in the 20s. These women wore short skirts, excessive makeup, bobbed their hair, and smoked lots of cigarettes. Their appearance and behavior was significant because American women became more free-spirited and disregarded many traditional female roles. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Josh, and now we'll send it to a commercial break.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Wow, what is this? Woo! This is so good! Oh my god! Woo! Woo!
Get your Rice Krispie treats in your local grocery store. Wow, that commercial really made me hungry.
In other world events, the Immigration Act of 1924 cut quotas for foreigners from 3% to 2%. It shifted immigration towards Northern Europeans and British, the few Italians, and completely cut off Japanese immigration. This marked the end of an era and started a new one of an isolationist America.
The immigrant tide was now totally cut off, but it left American shores by the 1920s a patchwork of ethnic communities separated from each other and from larger society. Italians, Jews, and Poles lived in isolated enclaves with own houses of worship, newspapers, and theaters. Ethnic variety thus undermined class and political solidarity.
Let's go to Josh for arts and entertainment.
Thanks, Michael. In 1922, Westinghouse, a large radio producing company, put the first pre-assembled radios on the market. Since then, radio has become an important communication item as well for entertainment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Josh. That was really interesting. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break. So, Michael, what are you doing tonight?
Michael's game, son.
Oh, that's really cool.
Ow! A paper cut!
Paper cut? Oh, no! Don't worry, I got a Band-Aid. With a sticky solution that sticks to your skin and a cotton fiber that sucks up the blood, Band-Aids keeps everyone safe. Yay for Band-Aids! And now we're back. To finish off the newscast, we will talk about the mass consumption economy of the 1920s. Both recent Warren Secretary Andrew Mellon's tax policies favored the rapid expansion of capital investment. Ingenious machines powered by relatively cheap energy from newly tapped oil fields dramatically increased the productivity of labor. Assembly lines reached perfection by Henry Ford. He was able to produce an automobile every 10 seconds.
That's quite impressive.
Great new industries sprouted, supplying electrical power for humming new machines. This became a giant business in the 1920s. Advertising also became a giant business as well. By persuading and ploy, advertisers sought to make Americans discontent with their possessions that they had now and make them want more.
Buying credit was another innovative feature of the mass consumption economy. Possess today and pay tomorrow was the slogan for buying credit. This prosperity thus accumulated to massive debt and resulted in the economy becoming increasingly weakened.
This has been Connor Jones.
And Michael Choi.
And Josh Huang.
And we will see you tomorrow, Nova. And always remember,
Stay classy.